everyone, welcome to today's webinar. This webinar is the beginning of something much bigger than just a session. It is the beginning of training on how you can make money as an automation marketer. We're going to look at different things, how you can get into it, why is it actually a viable business to be in, how to make money on it, how to make it profitable. We're going to also give you a kickstart with some specific campaigns that you can take into the market and hit the ground running. Also going to show you a few things, a few options of how you can generate those leads, potential clients around you. So that's what we're going to look at today. You can ask questions if you have questions. I will make time also for a Q&A session at the end of the session. But if there's anything that is confusing along the way, feel free to pop those questions in and I will have a look at that. So this session is all about turning skills, specifically automation skills, into an income, how you can make money out of it. And we're going to dive in. Let me get you full presentation mode again. So today, as mentioned, this is just the beginning of a longer journey that is available to you. Today, we're going to talk about and inspire you to see the opportunities that are there. I'm going to run through a couple of examples, try to demystify some automation. Automation can be done on so many different levels. We're going to focus on marketing automation and getting you already today up to a level where you know what the next steps are and you know how you can at least start working on taking this into the market within the next very short time. So we're really looking at how you can propel your career as a marketing automation specialist. You won't be a specialist straight off the bat, just a little disclaimer, but you are starting the journey. So here's a little bit of the agenda for today. We're going to talk firstly about the opportunity of marketing automation. Why is it an opportunity? What does the business landscape look like? Then also look at how to apply automation personally, how you can use it also to reach out to people. And we're going to talk about automation for businesses, how you can use it as a door opener opportunity. We're going to give you a specific campaign and some guidelines as to how to get into the market. You don't have to use these door openers that we give you, but they are there for you to use to kickstart it all. And timing here is really relevant. There's a reason why we're running this now and not waiting until the new year or something like that. You will see as we go through. We'll also look at your next step. You already have your next step, so there's no crazy upsell or anything like that at the end of this webinar. You already got everything you need. I'm going to just point you in the right direction as to where you find these resources. Then quickly about me. I'm Ines Rose of Ingram. I am taking you through this webinar. I'm also going to be very active in the community that you will be joining after this. We're going to get back to that. It's already included. You already have access. Don't worry. So I've been in marketing automation for over 12 years. So I have some serious experience when it comes to marketing automation. I have served many clients on marketing automation. So I've seen so many different challenges being solved with automation. I would say the only thing that is needed from a client's point of view is to be open for streamlining and making things more efficiently. This is also why we're starting with marketing automation specifically. Every client would like better return on their investment on their advertising. We see more and more, and I see in the marketing communities, I'm quite active, people are wondering what's failing with their Facebook ads, or what's failing with this advertising, and why they're just spending money. Or sometimes people don't even expect to get the results that are potentially there if they just do things differently. And automation doesn't only make it more efficient, saving time. Just the fact that you plan the communication really up the level of that communication that you are creating. Also, because you are creating a process for the campaign and the flow, you can see what's working and not. Many people are so scared of creating that process because they don't know, but they can actually see what's not working, or they get scared of making it because they think it has to be perfect, and that is a challenging part because it's more of an iterative process, and they don't do it at all. But having these processes set up and in place really allows you to do something more strategically, do something a little more planned. And then when you have to think about it, instead of just winging in automation, you will see that the results will come with it. So I have also successfully implemented strategies that boost efficiency and drive results for businesses. I'm going to show you a case study as well, just a quick one on a company we implemented some processes for. And I've also taught others on how to make money doing the same. I'm going to take you through an example as well of a person that has been through training and has really excelled in his career because of the marketing automation background that we gave him. So a little bit of a background as to why automation is the number one skills businesses pay for right now. So businesses that don't automate, they fall behind. Some businesses get it, some businesses don't. Some businesses actually ignore it. But again, that is the same that you're not automating. They will fall behind, and it's happening quicker and quicker and quicker. So those who master it get ahead. And you can be the one, if you get into a career of marketing automation, you can be the one doing this for businesses. So businesses need it. More and more businesses will be drawn to automation as well. And we see it's growing massively. I'll go through a couple of stats for you as well. There's massive requests for people that can do automation for businesses. So it's really proofing your own career if you start with automation. And also it says here, those who master it will get ahead, but those who never start will also never master. So it's really important just to get started. And that's why you're here today. Lucky for you. You are starting that journey on becoming an automation specialist. So some of the reasons why automation is coming in more and more, and some of these arguments is things that some clients are aware of, while others need to be, they will become aware of it as time goes. But this is happening very, very quickly. So rising ad costs, and I see this through clients or prospects, communities, is that what worked before doesn't work anymore. It's about every 4 out of 5 posts that you see is paid posts. I think maybe it's even depending on the channel, but let's say an average of that. It's on some of these social platforms you have 6 out of every 7. So it's a lot of demand for that attention, and people get a bit over it. They scroll. They're not. It really needs to be quick. What's in it for me? If not, it doesn't really capture attention. And this is where we also see a rising ad cost. We have to pay more to get people's attention. And if we don't have a plan on how to convert that attention into clients, there will be very low return on investment. AI and automation is reshaping businesses. Efficiency and results are expected with less effort and less effort as well. So people no longer want to pay a lot of money for copywriters, for example. They expect them to use AI, even being in copywriting, those people that are in copywriting will know that you can't just AI everything and expect it to be amazing, but the client doesn't really know that. So they expect great results with less effort, but in all aspects of marketing. Then we have a really more emotional side of things is youth unemployment in South Africa. So there is jobs are disappearing with automation, AI being in the space as well. We're going to see this not going to be a boost of job opportunities. So having a skill that is attractive in the work market for the future of what will people need right now, but also in the future, is really, really great and a way to future-proof your career. Also, if you know automation, you will have a competitive edge in the market. You will stand out in a crowded job market. Companies are demanding faster digital skills, and you will really be there. You will see that through the case study that I'm going to present as well. How this person just excelled in their career just because they had a little bit of experience in automation. So you're going to look a little bit at what are the marketing automation opportunities. So it unlocks efficiency and drives significant revenue growth. Now, this doesn't happen overnight. And I had an interesting conversation, was earlier this week, I think it was, with a guy that implements AI automation. And people expect, AI to just pop out straight off the bat. And he was comparing it to how long does it take to onboard a new employee. So most new employees are not 100% efficient day one, and the same is for AI and automation. We need to implement it and correct it. We can't expect it to be perfect just because you want it to be perfect. It will learn and will be improved as it goes. So think of it as an onboarding process for a new employee. It has to be implemented to work. But when it does, it is super scalable, not dependent on people being sick, having leave, nothing like that. It just runs in the background, and it's really predictable. And you can also see what's working, what's not, so you can build on it. So instead of having an employee that reaches, this is what you do, and that's it, that automation and AI employee can actually grow because you can teach them more stuff to do. Also, it addresses resource limitations and streamlines marketing efforts. So again, you need to onboard it, which I think was such a valid point. I don't often talk about the onboarding process, but I think that's really, really important to have an awareness of. And I really liked the way this guy was talking about it. Is that it addresses resource limitations and streamline marketing efforts. So there will be no mistakes. There can be mistakes in your setup, but you can correct them. But thereafter, there will be no more mistakes, really. It will operate better or with more perfection than a human. There's things where you still want human involvement, but it really, really addresses those resource limitations. Now, automation can do the mundane tasks, the regular follow-ups, those tasks that happen more than once, like regular, even if it's monthly, if it could be lead follow-ups. All these things can be automated, and then your sales team, for example, or your marketing team can focus on coming up with creative ideas and improving the campaigns, rather than sitting following up with emails and phone calls that are maybe not as efficient. Also, that we see increasing adoption across industries and enhanced customer engagement with using automation and AI as well, because the key is planned communication. So it's not random, hey, did you see my email? We don't send normally that stuff when you set up automations. Or, hey, Did you see that? Could you do that time? These short little awkward follow-ups becomes less awkward because they are planned. So we make sure that we add a little bit more value. We phone the right time. So it's really, really enhancing customer engagement as well. And these are some of the value or some of the opportunities that you'll be presenting to potential clients as well. That's why I'm mentioning them. These reasons why your future clients will need your services. There are both local and global opportunities. So I've been mentioning a little bit how this has been growing in South Africa. As many know, we are often a little bit behind in Africa. So globally, this is a massive thing all over. So for my automation business, I attract clients from all over the world, the States, Europe, Middle East, everywhere. And internationally, they also pay better. So it's a big potential to have a nice international revenue stream as well. So it's both globally and locally. Globally, the market is massive already there. Locally, people are aware of automation, and we're going to see a lot more coming as in the next couple of years, or maybe even just the year. We never know. They happen so quickly these days. So South Africa is just a little bit of the big potential in the full-on global market. And with automation, being an automation specialist, you can start getting that experience that will attract and land those jobs internationally. Again, we're going to show you throughout this training, also give you the next step for how to go in and penetrate these markets. So I'm going to show you a little case study, quickly run through. This is a customer. They're called 3x4 Genetics. They are in nutrigenomics. They needed a systematic and scalable way to capture, onboard, and support practitioners wanting to become part of their network. So they grow a network of practitioners that uses their tests for their clients. And they really needed to have that in a way so they can handle 300 practitioners coming in at the same time, or 300 leads in the pipeline, for that sake, was that as well. So we created systems for them for this. So some of the key achievements that we had, we created automated capturing of leads. So they had various affiliate routes, various ways that they captured leads. And we automated all of that, making sure that everything is tracked to the right lead source so they can see which lead sources are actually bringing in the leads that turn into the best clients. We also automated a structured conversion process from just showing interest into becoming selling practitioners. One thing is to sign up for the network, but we also needed them to be selling practitioners, to sell the tests that 3x4 Genetics are selling. And also we automated their onboarding. So once they were on board, we automated giving them the information they needed, guiding them to the right resources, making sure they booked calls with staff members, and making sure that they did all those steps. There was a couple of training modules, etc. They were going to go through. All of that we automated. There was no humans that needed to do any of this, not capturing leads, not converting them to paying. Yes, they had a couple of conversations that we put in there in the automation process. And also in the automated onboarding, people had to book their onboarding calls. There was staff there that just jumped on those calls, not having to worry about the progress. So here are some of the results that we saw with this client, and this was reported by them. They were 85% more efficient. So from manual onboarding, where they needed to one-on-one session, and automated onboarding brought down from 60 days to only 1 week. The onboarding and what was needed for that. It freed up 17.5 hours from staff each week. And this is all by getting rid of manual follow-ups and communication, only from that. They experience 600% more business from having a systematic process for capturing leads and automating the onboarding, the ability to measure results from initiatives in the sales funnels to make them even more efficient. So they increase their business 6 times just by putting these processes in place. So this is more. So this was this part of both marketing automations, but also automating operations and sales follow-ups. So let's move on to how automation can help you get clients. So simple automated lead capture and follow-ups create consistent opportunities, even if you're starting with very little network or budget. So I'm going to go through a couple of examples with you on how you can generate your own leads. And also we're going to look at how you're going to sell to those potential clients as well. So sort of 2 elements of it, how you can create your own sales process, but also what you're going to tell the clients, like what are your potential clients, why are you, we're giving you a Kickstarter campaign, why are you selling that to them? Which arguments do you need to use to let them know that they should be having automation? So I'm going to take you through a little case study. So this is Liam. Liam is no longer working with us because he got a great opportunity, which is exactly why he is on this case study here. He started working for us while he was studying. He was studying marketing, and on a side note, I was asking him about his marketing education, and it was so irrelevant in today's market. And I see this a lot, even when we go and hire people. There's so much irrelevant knowledge that is taught in these courses. Anyway, he started with us, a little bit of interest in tech as well. So I asked him if he wanted to be certified as an automation specialist or an automation consultant, which he wanted. So that certification is about a month. And so he went through that certification and also started to take on a couple of clients that we had, obviously supported by the team because he was new to this, but really becoming independent or growing his independence in implementing and dealing with automation for clients. Now, implementing automations is not just about being a tech guy. It's also about really understanding the client and dealing with hesitations with the client, dealing with understanding what they actually want to achieve, and being really solution orientated. It's not only the automation, the technical side of the automation, but also that support that he got in dealing with clients is really, really valuable. So he used automation to transform his career. He started with us as a trainee or junior. I can't quite remember his title, but I think it was junior marketer. And I will tell you a little bit about what happened to Liam. We have a couple of pointers there on the first slide where he ended up. But the starting point, he had no prior automation background at all. He was looking for a career path with growth opportunities. So not just a stagnant. He was clever enough to understand that you need to have something that is for the future. He joined the Pine3 team to learn automation and to get certified in automation and work with us to really grow those skills. He gained so he went through the learning and the actual certification. He gained hands-on experience with real workflows because we had actual automation clients coming in. We used ready-made templates and scripts to start fast, and we built his confidence into automation as a service while supporting him. So he has a place to ask questions, has a place to raise his insecurities, or just to see how things can be set up. Someone can overlook his building of automations and all of that from our internal team. it's really important to, when getting certified as well, to get that hands-on experience. He took on a small project early on with initiative. He was on it. His attitude was great, and he learned how to sell and serve automation clients. What I talked about is also about the communication with the clients, and not just being a tech guy, but understanding customer needs in that as well. He overcame early challenges with support and practice. He didn't always come out on top when he tried something, but it's all about getting the challenges, jump on them, do your best, and have support, and see it as if something fails, learn from it, see it as practice. That's what it's all about. We're not failing, we're just gaining experience. Then what happened? So he stayed with us. I think he loved working with us. He didn't actually want to leave when he got an opportunity, but it was just too stupid to say no. He landed a very well-paid job as a CRM and automation marketing specialist. He tripled his salary with this company. And now worked on campaigns and workflows at scale. Within a year, he got another big promotion due to his proven skills. All of this he was picked up because he had the marketing automation background. Always when you change positions, there's likely needs change or different needs in that new company. But he couldn't say no to that. I totally got. He's young. He was starting his family. I said, go for it. I'm not a one to, Danny, don't need to hold on to my employees. I want them to grow. The same reason why I want to give people opportunity to become sort of automation specialists is because I see the potential in the market, and why not let people have that opportunity? So today he is an established automation professional. His career trajectory was accelerated by certification. So even though experience is everything when it comes to this, but the certification is sort of that paperwork, that metric that you have, just that saying, okay, this is something I can. When I look at CVs as well, I massively focus on experience and personality, but there's some kind of education, even though I know that a lot of those certifications are not 100% relevant as to what I need. I see that there is some kind of certificate or education. So he's really an inspiring proof that automation opens doors. Lean into it, and there's a lot of potential. So here's from Liam. Learning automation was the turning point in my career. So lessons from this story for you: start small. You don't need a degree, or you don't need a big budget. It's all about getting started, getting early experience. Automation skills are in demand everywhere, and real opportunities exist. It can be freelance gigs and jobs, or it can be big corporate, like Liam went into big corporate. So he went into, as I mentioned on the first slide of him, he went into Takealot, now a big position in Takealot, from just being, I think it's just newly educated, because he was still doing studying while he was with us, and straight in growing exponentially, just because he was open to automation and got that training with support. Then a little also for me, a little thing that I like to share as well, there's no easier sale than when I ask a client, how did you find us? And they will tell how I found you on Google, or I found, normally they will see, I found your website. They don't even know that they found me on Google. And I will tell them, no, that's exactly the same thing that I will do for them. So people book time in my calendar. They think, because I've been nurturing them, we capture them, I'll go through the process, we nurture them, and they book an appointment with me or someone in the team. And I say, well, that's exactly the same thing that I'm going to do for you. You run the ads, leads are captured and they just end up in your calendar, book time with you. That is for me that delivers services. But it's really, really an amazing thing using automation to sell automation. Because that's exactly the people get it. Oh, that's how I find it. Because when they book those appointments with me, they're already interested. They know what I'm selling. They're already interested in what I have to offer. So they're quite hot leads when they're coming to these meetings. So it's really, really nice to be able to say, well, that's exactly what I'm going to serve you. Now, that depending on obviously if it's a service business or if it's a product business. So I'm going to go through two different types of automation as examples. One is outreach automation, so reaching out to clients to find the ones that want to work with you. And then I'm going to talk about more inbound and automation around inbound as well, where you run ads and capture clients that way. So there's two ways that I'm going to focus on here. So in outreach automation, there's a couple of steps. First, you need to identify your leads. So you can use tools like Apollo to get a list of potential prospects. I'm going to show this to you, don't worry. Also, you want to capture them in a CRM system, manually or automatically. Send prospects to your CRM system, customer relationship management system. That system will automate, make sure you have one that can automate for you, also keep you compliant in managing customer data. Then as a step number 3, you want to nurture them to interests. So nurture your prospects and get them to take the initiative to talk to you. If they take initiative to talk to you, they feel ownership over that decision. They feel like they did it. They wanted to talk to you, not you pushing to get to talk to them. A completely different scenario, and you get much better leads from that approach. So here's a little bit of a lead flow. I'm just going to take the visual as well. And then I'm going to take you through the setup of this. So here's your lead flow. I just get 2 examples here. It can be Apollo. The yellow one is the icon of Apollo. It could be LinkedIn. I'm going to show here, this is for business to business. So Apollo is a database of businesses and not individuals. And LinkedIn also a little bit more of a professional, still individuals on LinkedIn, but a little bit more a professional tendency platform. So this is great for you when you want to find leads and this could be without paying for advertising. So you find them on LinkedIn or Apollo. Again, I'm going to show you Apollo. They go into your CRM system, either manually. You can download a list of leads from Apollo and pop them into your CRM system. Your CRM system nurtures them with emails, maybe WhatsApps, whatever is needed. You don't want to be too invasive in outreach. So that's why email is quite a nice, subtle way to do outreach automation, because people can choose to not read your stuff as well. If you on their WhatsApp, you sort of come up at the top, or if you phone them, you might phone them at a time that is not convenient to them. So email is easier because it sits in their mailbox until they choose to either read it or not, because you're not going to always have a read email. So we nurture them until they book with you or buy your services directly. So I'm going to take you through an example of what this looks like. I'm going to show you Apollo, and I'm going to show you a quick setup of an automated sequence to reach out to these clients. Let me quickly share my screen here. So here we got Apollo. Maybe it's a bit small. Let's see if I can make it a bit bigger. Now it is a bit bigger. At least you can see a little bit what's going on. So this is Apollo. Apollo works of the one that I use the most. You have paid and a free version. Right now, I'm using a free version to show you this, just to show you that you can do this for free. What you mainly use is people and lists. So I've created a list called Small Businesses in Cape Town, and I'm going to show you how I find these people. So first, one thing I do, I look for people with verified or not, at least not invalid email addresses. So ideally verified. Maybe I should just do verified, because you want to prioritize how many people you want to reach here as well. Sounds like more is better, but 84.4 million is quite a lot to reach out to. So then we work on where we try to filter down. So I'm going to just do a couple of little things. I'm going to look at Cape Town. Now we're down to 163,000. And I'm going to look at, let's see what we have on company. I want to just do the size. Okay, let's go to persona rather. So I have created a list here called marketing people in Cape Town. That wasn't really what I wanted to do here now. I wanted to create a persona, small business owner, Cape Town. And I look at things like keywords. Maybe they're definitely owner. They could be, they're not a project manager, teacher, sales manager, partner. They might be a general manager. Not going to do too many. Management level, maybe owner and founder. Could do manager as well. They might be identifying as managers. And I can do job function as well. But let's just go with this for now. This you can refine as you want. You don't want too many people on this list. It can be refined. Let's see if the only thing I wanted to have is maybe how many employees, if that was available. There we go. So I want to have maybe small 1 to 10. More entrepreneurial small businesses. I can choose 11 to 20 as well. I just didn't do that right now. So I select that persona. And we see now we're down to 3,800 people. I can definitely refine that further, but just for the purpose of this demo, I'm just going to leave it as is. Then what I do, I need to put these people over to lists to be able to export them. So I mark all the contacts on this page. Because I have a free version, I can only choose one page at a time. If I have a paid version, I can select more. So I'm going to select this page. And I'm going to click here, add to list, small business Cape Town. So now I'm adding these 25 prospects to that list. Just in progress. Finished. Then I go to page number 2. I mark all of these ones, select on this page, apply, and I add these to the same list. Now we see there's 25 people on this list. Go to page number 3, and I can go on like this. I'm just going to do 3 pages for this demo. With the free version, you can do up to 5 pages. But there's a little bunch of people here that we can deal with. And this is also why I want to refine this into smaller segments. Alternatively, you can also have the paid version of Apollo. Just busy adding those. There we go. That is done. Then I can go to my lists, because now we'll get people's email address. Here I got all the names, and here I actually see the email as well. Here is no longer valid, so that I'm not really overly interested in, but I can also always take this out. So there's 75 people, including the email. I know what their title is. I know which company they work for. I can mark all of these people, or at least 25 on the page at the time, and I can export it. So I can export verified email only. I'm not really interested in unverified emails. I'm assuming it's default, and I can export these records. I'm not going to do it, but this is what we can do. I'm not going to use them for anything right now. Then what we're going to do next is I'm going to take you to my CRM system. So it's a little demo environment that I've set up for you. It's a brand new app. So there's not too much. Let me just share this tab. So I'm using a system called Keep. And I'm going to show you how to set up your outreach automation in this software. Some of the things I want to do, I want to import my contact. I didn't export the contact list from Apollo yet, but that's what I would do. Alternatively, what I set up so that contacts move automatically over to my CRM system via automation bridge, called Zapier, that you might have heard about. Zapier, you can connect Apollo to Keep directly. Alternatively, you import them. I've also set up an appointment already so that I can use that if I want people to be able to book time with me. But I am going to go to automation. Like I said, this is a brand. This is nothing in here. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to create an automation all the way from scratch. In my next example, I'm going to show you with a template, because there's templates in here as well that you can use. So I'm going to show you one of each. So I'm not going to start from a template this time. I'm going to show you an automation. They call it the advanced builder. Let's see. So I'm going to call this Apollo Cold Outreach. I'm not going to bother with that. So what I'm going to do is that everyone that comes that I import, I'm going to tag them with a tag. So I don't have the tag yet, so I'm going to create a new tag called Apollo Prospect. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait a little bit, because I might do this in the evening. I might have another job. I might do it super early in the morning. So I'm going to send them an email, but I wanted that email to be timed a little bit. So when someone is tagged, then I'm going to send an email, but I'm going to send that email with a bit of a timer in between. So I'm clicking into the sequence. And instead of having that email going straight, I'm going to put a little delay timer. And this is particularly if you do this because you're manually fetching leads. It's not something that is initiated by an action from the client. So maybe I'm waiting one day. Maybe I will run it on a weekday at 8 o'clock. Let's call it that. And I see the time zone is not set here, but that's fine. fine for the demo. You want to make sure the time zone is correct. Then I want to click on the email. I want to create the email. The email can be sent from the contact owner. I haven't set up a lot of users in this app. So I'm going to just choose the contact owner. That will be with only me being in this app. That will be me. And then I'm going to start to create the email. I'm not write the subject straight away, but I'm going to show you quickly what I'm just basing this on. So this is just a starting point. Let's see. Let me just share this one. So I created a little prompt and worked with a little prompt in ChatGPT just to have a little bit of dummy data to put into my automation. But I just wanted to go through. So not so much about, I'm not going to go through and set up all the copy. I just wanted to go through a couple of things that I added to this. So in an automation, so the outreach that I created is a series for prospects to join the Automation Summit conference that I'm hosting in November. So I thought, let me use a legitimate example and take it from there. So that's what I'm going to invite these small businesses now to. But because this is an outreach email series, I just asked it. So I asked it to create. So how I created this, let me go to that first. I defined a target group. I created a target group. I'm going to show you how to do this or guide you to the resources on how to really define your persona nicely. Then I said, what is the purpose of the emails? And then I asked it to create 10 emails, thinking that I might use 7 of them. I always ask you to create more emails than what I intending to necessarily put in, just because then I can sort of pick and choose what I like. So it gives me a little bit more to play with. Instead of just say I want 7 emails, instead of having just 7, I can see a little bit more alternatives. And then I start to refine them from there. One thing is for outreach, you might want to have short emails. And I've written a little thing here to why. So this series is intentionally written in a short, concise style, because small business owners, because this was now the target group, they don't have time to read long emails. So sometimes, especially marketers, tend to write this long emails designed in all kinds of way. Keep it short, keep it punchy. It really helps on the attention span. Deliverability as well. Short, plain text style emails are more likely to land in inbox rather than promotions and spam. Nowadays, people actually do read the promotions as well, but different email providers categorize emails differently, and short, plain text emails in an outreach campaign, so it's very specific to the purpose here, is more likely to be read and delivered and read. Clarity of call to action. Each email drives one simple action, which is registers. There's no distractions in the email. Cadence friendly. There's 10 touch points. Each email can be skimmed quickly without overwhelming the reader. Or we can just assume that people don't read all the emails and just think that they need to be independent email. That's why they need to have standalone value. So each email can be read on its own and still provide a compelling reason to act, while also building cumulatively for those who open several emails. And we probably need people to open several emails to be convinced that this is something they want to attend. They don't just open one and yes, I want to go. They need to hear about it. We need to build that trust. Then what I also did here, so here's a couple of, go into the emails, but I also included here's some reasoning why. So email 1 is create a sort of a topic here. This is an introduction. It's more of an awareness email, focus on awareness. Here's a subject line. I asked it to use the merge field that keep uses. This is for first name. And then it has a bunch of little text. Running a small business often feels like there's never enough time in the day. That's why automation and AI are changing the game. At Automation Summit 2025, you'll discover practical strategies, tools, and insights to help small businesses grow faster while saving time. Reserve your spot today there. So this is super short. You could also elaborate on this. I haven't processed them massively, a little bit, but not that much. So you might want to bring in your own personality in your email, but keep them short, keep them clean, not too much distraction, get to the point, but you want it at the same time to be relatable. The relatability comes with matching your target audience and your messaging. So reasoning here is to start with some broad awareness, highlighting time constraints, which is more of a universal pain point. So we're testing out in universal pain points while positioning AI and automation as the solution and a clear call to action. Then I'll show you a different email, which is more problem awareness. Are you aware of this? Are you working harder than you should? Too many business owners spend hours on repetitive admin tasks. What if you could get that time back to focus on growth and customers? And et cetera, et cetera. So just slightly little nuances is focusing on the pain point of overwork specifically. Then we have one on social proof, why successful entrepreneurs trust automation. So that gives that social proof, which is something we want to look at as well. You can also have multiple on social proofs as well if you want. Education. So here we have a little bit of the benefits. You're educating them on the benefits. So 1, 2, 3. Bullet points and numbering usually makes emails easier to read, but don't overdo it. It's also not always natural. I like to use it in my manual mails as well, though. Objection handling, always good to have one of those as well. And when we set up the sequence, we will see which emails from the stats, which emails that is performing. So we will see what kind of messaging is working, and we can use that knowledge in our ads, in our organic posting on social media, and everywhere else in our business. Speaker highlights, that is because there's a conference specifically, urgency and a transformation story, and then we have a couple of countdown emails here as well. So this is just some of the emails. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to just take this one email, just an example. So I'm not going to have the reasoning. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to bring it into my builder. I'm going to start from scratch. There are templates as well, but we're just going to start from scratch. First thing I'm going to do, I am going to left shift this email. A lot of promotional emails are centered. I'm going to make this sound a little bit more personal. So I'm left shifting it. Then I'm not going to put a picture at the top either. I'm going to keep it super plain. Copying in the text. I might remove the formatting. It still keeps the links and things like that. There we go. So everything is there. The link is there. Everything is there. Unsubscribe. It's compulsory to have unsubscribe. However, we can, let me just add a little text element in there. We can add a little bit further down, which I like to do. Then I can put in my signature. So there will be a signature. I haven't set up the signature for this app now, but this will pull in the image that is stored on the user, the name, the phone number, and all of those things. Alternatively, you can build it yourself if you want. And let me see, I want some columns actually. But now I need that one further down. I want this kind of style. So I want to add maybe an image there. I got an image I can use here. So maybe I want it to look like I pre-uploaded some images here that we can use. Maybe I want my logo. This is if I don't want to use the signature widgets. I'm just changing the formatting a little. I'll just leave it. So here I will write something like kind regards Pine 3. Actually, this was from me, I think. I don't actually have to write that because it's already there. And I can write my cell phone number. And I can write my email. Not that they will need my email because it's sent from me, etc. Save and exit. That is now in there. I must add my subject line. And there we go. Email number 1 is set up. Ready to go. Done. Then I just choose what is the cadence of my emails. So am I sending every 3 days, for example? It just defaults to that. So let's use that. I can just duplicate this email and just change the copy if I want to keep the style of it. And then I create email. So this is email number 1. This was awareness. And this will be email 2. Problem awareness. And then I'll just copy in the text that I had from my document, or I improve that text as we go. And that's how I build it out. Delay timer, and then email. And keep on going like that. Email 2 up to however many emails I want to send. Now, the call to action in this one is to reserve spot at the summit, but this could also be to book an appointment as well. So that's how you would do your outreach campaign, but you would probably have it related to booking an appointment and not entering the summit. So there's your outreach campaign. You got your leads in Apollo, pop them in here. You get the leads into a sequence, and you send them registration emails to the automation summit. Publish it, and it's ready to go. But I'm not going to do that right now. Then I'm going to take us back to our presentation again. So I'm going to talk a little bit about why we are specifically looking at why we're looking at quite a specific campaign right now for you. And this is very timing related. It's all related to Black Friday. It's coming up in 2 months. Selling a Black Friday automation. I'm going to go through the background for this automation, why it works briefly, and then you're going to get the training how to actually set it up as well. That is already given to you. So you offering automation to businesses, offering the Black Friday right now will give you that foot in the door to get that initial experience, and we're giving you everything you need to get that done and sold and delivered as well. So why Black Friday is your opportunity? Most businesses will run a promo anyway. They were looking at running a promo. It's a time of the year when businesses run promotions, and you will have the framework to make it a success for them. Also, what businesses needing in Q4, it's more sales, less chaos. If you can kick off with proving yourselves quickly, you're going to continue to get business for that client. We'll also see how this whole framework can also be translated into other time-bound promotions like Christmas, Valentine's, all kinds of promotions that are set at specific date. Can use exactly the same module, and actually promotions in general, but it's particularly effective to get in with the client around time-bound promotions. So you will get the results fast. Black Friday is an opportunity to showcase the results you can give them with automation. So you can prove yourself, build that trust super early, and just kickstart your career, really. So you will also secure the client, secure a long-term client with an early success that just builds that trust. You need to keep on delivering, of course, but you're really already in there, and we're giving you the framework that you can place in front of them. So what's special about Black Friday? Why Black Friday? Why are we asking you to push Black Friday? You don't have to. It's just a suggestion, by the way. But Black Friday is a crazy marketing season. Most businesses fight for attention. Everyone needs to run a promotion. Often it's last minute because business as usual. Every marketer shouts from the top of their lungs that there's some kind of special going on, and the ad money just pours out. So it's really, really a special time of the year for marketers. And if you don't have experience in promoting on Black Friday, you will just, okay, there's a sale. I have a great sale, but you're fighting for so much attention and you're paying so much more for your ad spend on that week of Black Friday. So there is a strategic shift that makes all the difference in the results of your Black Friday offering. And that is that most businesses wait to plan this in November, while you, for your businesses, are starting now. And you see why this timing becomes essential. Because what you're going to offer is that now you're going to, and this is why you're going to close the businesses so quickly, is that right now you're going to create awareness and lead generation. So you're going to maybe run ads, you're going to maybe have some lead magnets, maybe some networking. You're going to create the leads for Black Friday early for the client. That allows you to have a warm-up period to build trust with the client so that when Black Friday comes, then already know that they want your product. They already know of you, or maybe they don't know that they want the product, but they already trust you as a supplier. So your offer is much more visible just by the fact that they already know of you. Also, you might even avoid having to advertise during that Black Friday period because you'd only need to close your clients because you generated your leads early. So this is really about using the marketing resources much more efficiently. I'm going to show you how to do this with automation as well. But you want to attract and capture now with lead magnets, capture forms, it can be quizzes. There's a lot of different ideas where you will have resources as to how to attract and capture also the right clients. Then you want to nurture them. So you need that time to nurture people. It can be email, WhatsApp. You want to build that relationship and trust. A little bit like we did in the outreach, but now there's people that are maybe opted in as well. So this is really similar to what we set up in the outreach campaign, but it will be dependent on how they came into your system. Then to close, you might have things like landing pages for exclusive offers or something that is not visible on the whole website, but it feels a little bit more exclusive because you're sending it via email. So hi Ines, here's a really hidden special for those running shoes that you needed. Really, really easy to purchase. You know which shoes I want. And you just make it so easy to purchase. I just need to check out. I don't need to choose between 40 different options of this and that and whatever, and never ending up actually purchasing, which is a very common challenge as well. If there's too many options, people don't purchase. They delay. And this is where you need the warm-up period as well. So I'm going to also then show you how to effectively use the marketing resources with automation. So here we're going to look at a lead magnet. We're going to have a lead magnet landing page where the contact is being added to our CRM system. We're going to do email nurturing and then just kick in with a Black Friday offer when they are ready to buy close to that time. That means that we're spending our ad money now and not the week of Black Friday. So already there, we're saving a lot of money just by having that approach. So we're going to jump quickly into the demo again. Just loading it on my side. I am here with you. Just bring it up here. There we go. So we're back into Keep. We can see our Apollo cold outreach here that we created a little bit earlier. Now we're going to create a lead magnet download and nurture. So this time I say, like, I'm going to start from a template. So there's a couple of templates that is already there. One of them is a lead magnet offer. There's a lot of other things. So you can get some ideas as to what to automate: referral requests, holiday greetings, newsletters, sign up, loyalty coupons, free upgrades, a lot of different things. Your contact us offer on your website. But we're going to do the lead magnet offer. And we're going to install it. I just need to accept the terms and conditions. It's already built for us. And it's just going to appear in, I'll wait because we're waiting for this. We're going to use it right away. Oh, I saw the message now. Hi there. You see, I get very into this. Guys, there is a chat if you have any questions. It took me about an hour to see the questions, but we're all good. It wasn't a question, it was just a hi. Nice to see you. Okay. So this is our marketing campaign lead magnet offer is already there. All we need to do is to go in and customize according to our liking. So here, this is already pre-built for us, and it even has explanations as to what it is. So this is part of the Keep proven automations. Keep has a set of proven automations that said we know that this is working for businesses, and it tells you what this one does. This automation invites visitors to fill out a lead magnet form and track if downloaded via email. So there's actually two elements of this. This is also, if we have an existing list, let's say our Apollo list or something like that, we can also use this campaign. So it actually starts off, use the trigger tag to start your promote lead magnet sequence for your existing list. So if so, they go into this sequence if you have an existing list. And here we see there's already emails in here that you might just want to adjust. Already created emails in here, but you want to go through them and have a little look at what they're doing. Then if they, in that email, we guide them to the landing page. This landing page and lead capture form we can also use for ads. So lead capture, consider this first part here is if you have existing contacts. Here is where it starts if you are running promotions or if you're capturing new people. So people get to a landing page. I'm going to open this landing page as well just to show you. But first I'm going to go through the flow. When they fill in the landing page, the lead magnet gets delivered. If they click to download it, they get it. If they don't, they just, and then they go to follow up. If they don't click in the first email, they get a lead magnet follow up. And if they click in that, they get the lead magnets. If they don't click in that after follow up as well, they go to general follow. They go to start follow up over here. So here's everything you need to get this campaign going. All you need to fill in is for your content and your target audience. So I'm going to have a look. I'm going to start. We already looked at the emails. So I'm going to start with the lead magnet landing page. So there's already one in there. It's just a templated page. I saw you laugh with me there, not following you up with chat. Okay, so this is just a default page. You might not like the colors, you might not like the logos. It's not the style that you wanna have. Everything here can be replaced. These templates are why you want to use a template and maybe not build from scratch in the beginning is that these are already optimized for different screens, for mobile. So if you see, I go to mobile here, I will get it. It will look differently. That image will not be there. It's to only show on PC. So here it's all. So here you can put in your logos. You replace this. This is just an image. You replace it with your logo. You can upload image, or you can use your own already uploaded images. You can change your title. All of this text you can also get help creating with AI in your course that you're also getting as a part of this webinar. You will have modules, and I'm going to go show you through those modules as well on how to create an offer, how to create messaging as well. So don't stress too much about that, but you want the messaging to be good. Point is here, you can replace. This is just an image. You can take that away. Here is just lorem ipsum text. There's a form that they want to submit. And if I want to change anything here, I can click on this item here. This is the form, and I can go and change. Maybe I don't like that color. Maybe I want to have an orange, like that. Orange and blue goes quite well together. And then we have what's included. So this now depends what can they expect in the lead magnet. You can take away sections here as well if it's not suitable for you. So I can take away this whole row if I want. Here I can take away this. So maybe I didn't like the waves. Maybe I didn't like the whole what's included. And I can just bin these sections if I want to. So this is just suggestions that you can use. There's some columns, and there's many, many, many templates to choose from. This specific automation just came with this template, but again, this can be changed. And this works very similar as to the email builder. We can add in blocks. We can add in content. So maybe I want an additional column here where I want maybe I want a video actually. And then I can add the video URL here. If I want it to be a bit smaller, maybe it looks a bit big. Maybe I want it to be smaller like that. Whatever I want it to look like. Yeah, so it works very similar. Just going to take this, took up so much space. I'm going to bin that one. And I can write other content as well, very similar to the email. I can have countdown timers. This is perfect for things like Black Friday offers. Text video, you can have checkout if they're going to buy a product. That's not necessarily what you want right now, but this is good for the landing page for the Black Friday offer itself. Menu, socials, everything that you need is really here. And once you click on an element, as we saw, you will get the relevant settings for that element. So if it's an image, if it's text, if it's a form, whatever it is, you will get those, the menu, the items to format and style that specific item here. There we go. So there we got our landing page. I can now publish this landing page. And then I get a URL. I can edit that URL if I want to. I can link this to a subdomain if I want to, so it doesn't look like this, but it looks more like pages.pinetreemarketing.com, which we have. But I just wanted to show you this. I'm going to put it in a different browser window, and then I'm going to show this to you. So here now, this is live on that URL, and this is what it looks like. I'll probably do some design work, I would say, on this, but that's fine. it works for the demo. There we go. So our lead magnet landing page is ready. I'm going to go back to my automation. Then we can see here we want to deliver the lead magnet. So this would typically be you see there's some tagging, activity tagging, just to see where people are from. And then they get a welcome email with the lead magnet. Let's see what that looks like. Here, here we go. The topic, you fill it in, topic, media. So this can be the marketing ebook you requested, or there was something in there. It doesn't need to be there. Oops, I need to edit it. Or download your topic media here, or here's your download lead magnet title. So you can choose what you want. So if I want the first one, this is actually 3-in-1, I realized now. Give you just a couple of options, and then right here, maybe marketing ebook. And then I can edit this. So these templated campaigns, they give you prompts or nudges as to what you should be doing. So here is some options here. Contact first name. Thank you for requesting access to the lead magnet title. So you put that in there. You can access it here, and there's a button to get it as well. And there's an image inside. And here it tells you what you should be from the squeeze page. Is a landing page. Reinstate the benefit from the squeeze page. This lead magnet title is loaded with tons of great info. So you just fill in the blanks or what is read here. And there you got your email, or you can completely redo it if you want to as well. When you're happy with it, you save and exit. And now it's ready to go. You choose who it's from, probably from the contact owner. So this is also something that you can set up for your clients. So if you're setting up a lead gen campaign for them with a lead magnet, you can use this specific automation if you want to automate it and set it up for them. So you can just go through here and adjust what is needed. See, there's a little bit of can't see all the text here. And you just adjust as needed. Here's lead magnet download. It really gives you instructions along the way, what to do in all the different stages. Then when you're happy with it, you can publish it and ready to go. This one is not functionally operative yet. These red dots means that they're not operative. If Keep is something that you want to use for this, there's so much training on it. Also, just asking questions, how to do things. It's really, really easy to find training on how to do things. Same type of automation can be set up in other systems as well. So there you go. We got our outreach automation and we got our inbound automation right here. Okay, let's go back to our presentation. Here's a couple of the Black Friday growth and automation impacts that that we see from running Black Friday's growth specifically. So these stats highlights the significant opportunities for businesses for this Black Friday. There's a 30% increase in online sales due to automation. So automating marketing enhances your customer engagement and boosts sales. So they should see a 30% increase just by using this methodology with the same budget. Then also 50% natural knock reduction in manual marketing tasks because automation streamlines everything and does it for you. Also prevent things like forgetting to follow up on leads, forgetting to capture leads, which is something that no business owner or marketer will ever admit that it's happening. But it is every time we implement a system for a client, we see this. So I recommend also if you implement systems like this for a client, keep an eye on what's coming in for them, so that you can help them pick up any missed opportunities. Then over to how do we help you get started? I've taken you through the opportunities, the case studies, and really shown you the potential of what this can do for your clients. Your job is to sell this to your clients, but how do we really help you get there? So our aim is to give you this fast track with the Black Friday course, which is designed as a practical bridge between just having all this theory and the inspiration into going through the modules and doing what the modules talk about and landing you that first client in marketing automation. So everything from the webinar, you apply directly, but we take you through all of it. So I'm going to show you also what is in the course. In the course, it's your natural next step. Take the course, and it gives you a lot of the things that I've been talking about that I haven't necessarily shown you as well. You already have access to it and the tools. You will see a lot of extra tools about lead magnets and a lot of goodies. I will show you all of it. It helps you to create your pitch. You have an opportunity to ask questions and is this working? Is this good? And get feedback on what you are creating. Say you pitch, for example, and then you pitch to local businesses, or you go in Apollo, because this is B2B. When you're selling automation, you're selling B2B. So platforms like Apollo and LinkedIn, like I showed you, is really, really a place that you can go and look for this. But you selling there, so what you're going to sell to these businesses is, I will automate your Black Friday for you. It's essential that we do it now, all these arguments that I've been telling you, because it's going to be very expensive around Black Friday. But if we start now generating the leads, we automate the sales when the Black Friday gets closer. So I'm going to quickly take you in, let me just quickly go back, and I'm going to quickly take you into what the course looks like, or what you can expect there, a little bit about the content in there. So here is just a course overview. So it's called Nail Your Black Friday Offering this year. This is a course that we also sell to businesses that want to do this for themselves. This is why we're giving it to you as well, because this gives you everything that you need to do step by step for your client as well. So you do this for yourself, but you can also do it for your clients. Well, you're going to sell the Black Friday to your clients. So here's what it contains. It has a little introduction to the course, a little bit setting expectations. What will you be getting in the course? Then we have a module on understanding the Black Friday, understanding the purchase behavior. So the things that I've been touching on today, go a little bit more in details on this here. Goal setting, the part about starting early, much more in detail than what we've been doing in this webinar. So this gives you a little bit of the background to understand why the purchase behavior on Black Friday is the way that it is. Then we have a module here about avoiding skyrocketing advertising costs, which is all the whole principle behind this approach to Black Friday. The way that we set it up is to avoid those skyrocketing advertising costs. So the first video here is talking about that in general. How do we create it? How do we avoid it when nurturing, lead capturing, and all these things that we've been talking about briefly in the webinar. We go much more in detail when you go through here. And you can rewatch it and repeat it as well. Then we talk about creating effective lead magnets. is really, really important as well. How can you help your clients create good lead magnets, or how can you create it for your own, for that sake? And then preparing for ads. How do you do targeting? Some good resources in this course also on defining your persona. So there's a couple of prompts. There's some presentation material on defining your persona specifically, and also how to then create effective copy for lead magnets and emails when need to do that. So all of that is in here as resources in the course. Then we have a couple of alternative lead capture ideas, just beyond PDFs and a lot of things. There's a couple of ideas. As you see here, quizzes, assessments, and it tells you what they would be good for. Then there's a little quiz at the end here, just to make sure that, that you have an idea of where you are at so far. Then we're having a module here about this is how you convert leads into customers. We're talking about the customer journey. This little picture you see here shows in the market how many people are ready to buy straight away compared to how many people you can actually tap into just by understanding purchase behavior and nurturing. We're talking about lead capture strategies, creating effective follow-up sequences, and here is more of a bonus lesson to automate the process. So everything in this course can be done without automation. It just could become so much more efficient if you do it automated. I just don't want to force anyone to do so. Also some available resources in here. There's things that I use in this course that is available to you to use as well. Some of these videos also in the course I used an AI video avatar. It was quite a lot of fun to create these videos with that. The content obviously is created by me and the team, but sometimes it's my face talking, and it's actually an AI avatar. But it's also on purpose, even though it's not to perfection. It's really go out there and just get your message out there. Don't wait for perfection. Use tools, etc., and get the stuff done. Not necessarily to perfection. So, some video here is original and some is AI. Then we have creating your Black Friday offer. So this is all about, and you can use this for other offers as well. This is about how to identify what you should be offering and how to package your offer. This really helps you for that landing page that you're going to create as well. Then we have a readiness quiz. And again, various tools and links to various assets that you can have a look at and play with. This is all created in Kajabi. This is our Kajabi, so I think in here as well is probably a link to Kajabi if you should want to try it out. Selling courses or using courses as lead magnets is also really, really nice to do because it builds that trust. So this is what to expect in the course. You already have access to this. So it's just to have a look, just taking you through what the content is. Let's go back to the presentation. We're almost at the end, guys. We're not going to use our full 2 hours, but I was hoping to get some time if there was any questions. Then you have the worries. What if you don't land the client straight away? Well, we don't leave you behind. Even though this is focusing on getting you started really fast, this is why we're choosing the Black Friday and the timing right now, is because you have something to sell right now to the clients. And as you learn and getting the support, you can set it up for your clients. So you have it straight away. However, if you don't land a client straight away, there will be other things that you can pitch the same module for. I talked about it works for every single time-bound promotion. And having time-bound promotion is really good anyway. Having something dated, an early bird that ends at a certain time, a cohort that starts at a specific time, all of that is also time-bound. It doesn't have to be seasonal like Christmas or Easter or whatever. it could be Valentine's, anything that is sort of dated. So other seasonal campaigns can work just as well for that as well. But I do recommend jump in it, because if you don't move, things move so quickly. Then that's really what I want to inspire as well, to get things started. You also get ongoing support via the Market Access group. So you are getting a month free of this group. And that first month, I advise that you use that group as much as you can. You can ask questions. After the month that you get, it's 299 Rand to continue to be part of that. So really, I suggested you jump on it so you get all of this up running, and also because Black Friday is coming up, within a month you have landed your first client. You have all opportunities to ask questions within the group to make sure that you are successful. Then we have, if there are any, so I did get some solid time here for question and answers. If there are any questions, I'm now a little bit more attentive as to the chat as well. We are sending out, well, there will be a recording available to this for this, and for those that will be watching the recording, just pop those questions to us. You can comment in the video or under the video, or you can send us any questions that you might have via some of the other channels as well. So feel free to pop those questions in here. I'm going to share the contact details as well. Ways to connect with us on our socials. You can email us, you can WhatsApp us, and we will try to reply as quickly as possible. I'm going to keep it here keep it here for a couple of minutes to see if there's any questions that come in. But I do also know, for those watching the recording, you can't ask those questions live. So just make sure you ask them so you have the opportunity to excel your career as a marketing automation specialist. I'm going to leave you with the contact details as the last page here, so that for those also watching the recording, when it stops, you end up on this. I'm not going to drag it out too long. If there's any questions that show comes after this, you have the community. Reach out if there's any struggle with any accesses or anything like that. And I'm looking forward to see you on the inside and your success as an automation specialist. Have a fantastic day further.